Hello everybody and welcome back to the Monguli Show. Today we're going to be taking a look at the weekly blog and how we're going to unlock the final member of the Out of Time team, as well as keep this party going with the Season 6 celebration. Let's get right into it. All right, the first part of the blog that we're going to take a look at is basically just a reminder that Dark Dimension 7 starts later this week. It'll start on the 20th, which is Wednesday. If you want, you have a 16-digit cheat code in your wallet that you can use to start working on your progress towards Mephisto. But for the rest of us, there's going to be a calendar event where you're going to be getting Crimson gear, including Crimson Mystic gear and Crimson Miasma. So be on the lookout for that starting later this week. All right, and keeping this party going, we're going to do week 3 of the anniversary event. During this week, you're going to be able to get Crimson gear and 6 red stars for Spider Slayer. What you're going to want to do is spend campaign energy using the arch enemies. I'll show you who those characters are in just 1 second. You're going to want to use them in War, Raids, Cosmic Crucible, Arena, and Blitz, so basically every game mode. Make sure you're using those characters to get you the best rewards you possibly can. Also this week is the Ultron's What If costume. If you don't have that already, it is a pretty cool costume. I really like the cape. Be on the lookout for that. You're going to be able to earn that if you make it down far enough in the charts. Let's jump over to the game real quick. All right, and here we can see all the arch enemies that are available in game. You can see there's some very heavy hitters in here, as well as some characters that you might not have built up as strongly. There is Mephisto available as well. I'm kind of hiding him behind me here, but Red Skull and Mephisto are hiding behind the screen here. Can't quite see them. So there are technically 12, but realistically 11 characters that most of us will be able to use for this event, so it should be very, very easy to do. And especially with characters like Apocalypse, Super Skrull, and Green Goblin specifically, you should be using these characters anyways, so getting these points shouldn't be very hard for you. Also, with week 3 of the event, you're going to have the next chapter available to you. It says that it's chock full of character shards, diamonds, and training modules. I will believe that when I see it, but it is nice that they are there. They're at least giving them away. That's going to start on Monday. There's also going to be a bonus event where you can earn Double Trouble, which is 2 times Sinister 6 character shards. Now, a lot of the Sinister 6 have been out for a very, very long time, and some of the new Superior 6 members aren't available on campaign nodes, but Lizard is. So make sure you've got your Lizard hearted and you are getting those shards, because double Lizard shards is fantastic right now. Also, go check out the new Showtime that's going on right now. The first level of that gives 50 Lizard shards, so you're definitely going to want to make sure you get that done. There's also going to be a 6 for 66 event going on where you're going to be able to spend 6 power cores and either get 6 or 66 of something, so make sure you keep your eye open for the store for when that happens. The Legacy Reel is still available, and I implore you to go check this out if you haven't. It's actually pretty cool. I'll leave a link down in the description below, but it is also on the website. They spent a decent amount of money on this. I won't tell you anywhere close to what they spent, but they did spend some money on this, and they're saying that not nearly enough people are clicking it and checking this out, which means they're going to be disincentivized to do stuff like this in the future, and I think this is really, really cool, and we should definitely promote them doing things like this again. I would love to see something like this. Maybe not this exact thing in Season 7 or Anniversary 7, but I like that they did something different. I think this is cool. Go check it out if you haven't. All right, so now we have the actual first event we're going to use to unlock Cosmic Ghost Rider, who just looks amazing, and he's one of the last characters. No, he is the last character you need for the Out of Time team. What we're going to be doing is, starting on Monday, we're going to be doing the arena payouts like we've done before with some other characters. So this is a little one that's trickier to do the math for, because it really depends on where you're at in the arena, so it's hard for me to tell you exactly what you need to do. I'll have the chart on screen. You can take a look at that, kind of know roughly where you're at in arena and how many shards you're going to be unlocking, and then you can do the math, just times that by 7, and that'll give you roughly where you're going to be for at least that portion of it. The rest of the math I can do for you pretty well. You're also going to be battling in Alliance Wars, and we'll go over that in just a second. And if we take a look at the chart, so we can see that if you get the Cosmic Tire, that's going to be worth 113,000 points towards the month-long event, which is pretty decent. There are 105 Cosmic Ghost Rider Shards on the line, as well as the free gift today is 5 Cosmic Ghost Rider Shards, so make sure you pick those up. There's also 20 Black Knight Shards available for you if you can make it down to milestone 16, which does seem reasonable depending on where you're at. I generally... I'm in like the 20 to 50 range in arena, and I think I'm going to be able to make it there. But if you're higher than that, great. If you're much lower than that, it will be a little bit trickier. This event will also kind of depend on how many of the Spectre Orb fragments you can unlock, depending on how well you're going to do for earning Cosmic Ghost Rider. So we don't have those orbs in game at the moment. We'll have to take a look at those later. Hopefully they're decent. We'll have to just check that out. If you can make it down far enough, there are 9 Crimson Miasma on the line, which is actually really, really good, and a diamond if you can make it to the very, very bottom of this event, which unfortunately you won't be able to do unless you're spending. Now, for the war battles, they are 1,000 points per battle. Don't need to win them, you just need to play them, but you do need to complete them. You cannot back out. But you only can get 24,000 points that way over the course of 7 days, so that's not even your 10 battles for each war over the course of 3 wars. So this should be very simple to complete to max that out, which will get you to milestone 8 just on that alone, so that's not too bad. There is, however, also a feeder event for this. And assuming these numbers don't change, this feeder event looks amazing. What I'm looking at here is spending incursion energy at a 1-for-1 ratio, so you get about 144 of that free every day, but let's just assume you're doing 120. You let it max out and you don't spend it for a little bit, so let's just say 120 for that, because honestly, this is going to be so easy, it's ridiculous. And then you're going to get Battle in Blitz. Now that's Battle in Blitz, that's not winning, and you can see that you're going to get 10 points per battle, so it's really great that we get to math out exactly how many points you're going to get per rotation. There's no guesswork involved here, again, assuming this doesn't change. And what that means is if you spend 120 incursion energy every single day, so no coring, and you do 1 round of blitz a day, you're gonna max this event out, which is awesome. Like, nobody likes to blitz, but 1 a day, I think we can agree is pretty okay. And worst case scenario, you could do all 7 in 1 day, just get it over with, just like go full masochist on a Saturday afternoon, get this done and be done with it for the week. Now, if you do that, you're gonna get 6,000 points, or 6,000 Spectre Orb Fragments, so 3 orbs, which is okay, as well as 14,000 milestone points. Add that to your 24,000, now you're at 38,000. And you haven't even had to do any of the actual arena yet, so that's not terrible for what we're looking at. Like that 38,000, you're already at milestone 11, pushing towards milestone 12, and milestone 12 is the Cosmic Tire. So realistically, almost any arena payout or free stuff they're going to give us on the webstone should get you that Cosmic Tire pretty easily with 1 round of blitzing a day. Sign me up. And just for the sake of having it on screen, there is a leaderboard event going on with this as well. If you are the top 3% of players, you will walk away with some Crimson gear, which is quite nice, as well as whatever Crimson Shogoth Ichor is. Cool. Other than that, you will get some Armory 18 or Armory 17 stuff just for participating at all. So they're starting to give Armory 18 stuff away like it's candy. You're gonna get 20,000 orb fragments just for participating whatsoever. It's 100% of players. I don't think there's a lock on this other than like the level lock of probably, I don't know, 65 or whatever it is to just do the event in general. But other than that, not a bad payout. And if you can get to the top 3%, great payout. And then very quickly, the quick Rumble Blitz is just gonna be Death Seed. Just go in and do this like you do every week. As far as the last 2 notes on the blog go, I'm just going to look at these super quickly. The first one is essentially just Scopely patting themselves on the back for some of the changes they've made. And don't get me wrong, these are good quality of life changes, but this is not upcoming stuff. This is stuff that's already in the game right now. All right, and the last thing we're going to take a look at is the Marvel Strike Force Players Voice Movement is holding an election coming up. They're going to be replacing some members or just voting for people in. If you want to put your name on that ballot, head over to their Discord. I'll leave a link down in the comments below. Check that out. Head over there. Put your name in, although realistically, if you want to be part of this, you're probably already on that Discord server. So that starts yesterday. It's going to be running until March 22nd. Head over there, put your name on the ballot, and hopefully we'll see you making a difference in the near future. Okay, one last thing before we go, because this is not actually part of the weekly blog, but it's important and you should know about it. Scopely screwed up last week. Now I want to make a word that is Scopely and screwed in the same word to spell for their name going forward. We'll have to figure that one out. All right, sorry, made myself laugh. All right, one last thing, it's not part of the weekly blog, but it is important and you should know about it, is last week there was a major issue on the web store where essentially people could buy Ultra Cores that they could use on whatever they wanted, and they would be rewarded with a ridiculous amount of in-game stuff as part of the Bang for Your Buck milestone that screwed up. So Scopely, in an attempt to make that right, gave us these 2 offers. This is probably $10 American and $5 American, but it's $6.99 and $12.99 up here in Canada, where you can buy all of the rewards, but the problem is there's no Ultra Cores in here. So a lot of people were pissed off because the people who got the people who are opportunistic enough to take advantage of that offer were able to get the Ultra Cores that they can use on whatever they want, as well as all these. And now our compensation is to spend money on these and not get the Ultra Cores. And the community complained, Scopely listened, they did fix it, Even though you can't see the Ultra Cores here, we have been assured that starting next week, I believe they said on Wednesday, they're going to be sending out Ultra Cores at a 1-for-1 ratio to anybody who bought these offers. Now, what that means is this offer is $12.99. If we scroll down to the Ultra Cores, for $12.99, you can get 100 cores. I bought that offer twice. I am expecting 200 Ultra Cores to come in the mail. When that does, I can buy the Battle Pass, and I'll be very, very happy because I'll have received all of these rewards as well as that, and that seems pretty decent to me as a mild spender in this game. If you are free to play, this probably doesn't affect you one way or the other, although maybe it's worth it to spend money this one time. That's up to you. Or if you are a heavy spender, you probably took advantage of that offer when you could, so be it. You can still take this offer, is my understanding. I could be wrong on that. Anyways, I just wanted to let you guys know about that. There are Ultra Cores in this, even though it doesn't look like it. I think it's an awful precedent, though. I don't really like how they're doing this. I want it to be... I wish they showed the Ultra Cores in here and you got them right away. But at least they're trying their best to make good on this offer. So I accept they're trying, but please, Scopely, don't do this in the future. Just give the Ultra Cores or stuff like that. Whatever you're buying, you should get right away, is essentially what I'm trying to say. All right, back to the video. All right, and that's it for the weekly blog. We recorded this live over at twitch.tv/TheMongoolie Show, so head over there and hit me a follow if you want to hang out on a Saturday morning. We also go live on Mondays and Wednesdays. It's a good time. Or if you're on YouTube, you can check us out here. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any content going forward. If you made it this far in the video, please consider hitting that like button. It does really help out the video a lot, and we'll see you next time, Commanders. Until then, good luck to you.